If you've never had the opportunity to play Final Fantasy Tactics, I might have really good news for you. If you consider Final Fantasy Tactics to be god tier among the Final Fantasy franchise, then I'm going to really get you excited with today's video. Now, we've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, nothing has been officially announced by Square Enix, but it's been a question that has been in the back of my mind for a long time about why the heck have we not seen a follow-up to Tactics. In fact, at the end of the day, right now, you can play Tactics on PS Vita, you can play it on your phone and tablet. We've never seen an official PC port, and then a couple of months back, I think we got a rumored, remastered edition coming out of the GeForce Now leaks that dropped, where lots of new information got revealed, quote unquote, because obviously with nothing official, like, you don't want to hang all your hopes on it because anything can possibly change. Now we're starting to see more movement into those rumors about a possible remake for Final Fantasy Tactics, and that's what this video is going to be about. So we're going to dive into some sources, and obviously, if you can't tell, I'm really excited. I'm really hopeful, and as long as we, at the end of the day, get a real, true Tactics game, I think that would be really, really something special. But like I said, there's a lot to talk about, lots of things to consider with Project Triangle and more. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian, if you're new around here, but returning subscribers, you unlock the high five. Bam. That's what you get for subscribing, by the way. Free high fives. In fact, we'll actually make a high 10 today. We'll just be a little bit ridiculous because we're talking about some epic stuff. Proportion. Let's go ahead and start with some sources. And then obviously with all of this, guys, smash like and let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. But Nibble, who is a really good resource if you're not following him over on Twitter, honestly, you should just straight up delete Twitter. But then maybe if you want some breaking news and information, be sure to give him a follow. Anyway, all the links will be in the description, by the way. Eidos Montreal appears to be sending out a playtest survey that references Final Fantasy Tactics and Ogre Battle. So, first and foremost, Ogre Battle, yes, please. Tactics, abso-freaking-lutely. I'm really excited about Project Triangle Strategy. I haven't actually played it yet, which might seem a little bit weird. Let me know if you want me to actually play and give you guys my demo impressions. I have my new Switch actually sitting on the desk, so now is completely possible. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Ogre Battle and Tactics were key in my gameplay experience growing up as a kid. The why am I drawing a blank on the name? The Black Witch Queen Battle? Ogre Battle SNES. Yeah, Ogre Battle, let us claim together. March of the Black Queen. There we go. You know what? I'm keeping it in. Sometimes my brain just short circuits, and that's just the fact of life. Anyway, we've got some Reddit sources, and we'll go and dive into that. But they're asking about Tactics. They're talking about Tactics Advance. No mention of, obviously, Octopath Traveler. It's a Monday. It's going to be a crazy hard week on me, so please forgive me for that. No mention of that, but let's go ahead and actually dive into what we've got. Now, this is posted by Dr. Nannard over on the Reddit. It says, hello, you don't know me, but I'm excited about my find, and I wanted to share it with people who really wanted to be as excited as I am. A month ago, I think the NVIDIA leak showed that there was a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster being made. I didn't know. I just found out while searching the news regarding Tactics because I just received an Eidos Montreal playtest invitation, which also playtests Square Enix games in general, and everything seems to indicate they are playtesting a tactical where, if they were asked if I played Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, Ogre Battle, Sega, Into the Breach, and at first I thought this was just about Triangle Strategy, but while it didn't actually mention if I played Octopath, they did ask if I played 12 and its DS sequel, the only non-Final Fantasy Tactic games to take place in Evil East. They also asked if I played Final Fantasy Tactics PS1 and if I played the iOS Android version, which seemed weird as they never asked about multiple versions of the same game. So here's the screenshot of essentially what they're talking about. As you can see, it is not very subtle, and I presume that they wanted to test it with people accustomed to that kind of game, which I am. So I'm crossing my fingers that it's kind of crazy that they even asked about Ogre Battle, which I didn't get a new game for the last 20 years. Anyway, this is not a leak per se. There's no concrete proof of all this deduction, but it just cannot be a coincidence. And also we get from here, this link pulling us actually into the survey itself. So I'll include that, guys, for you if you want to go jump into it. But now I'm going to give more of my thoughts because, like I said, as my brain is fried out this morning, apparently, both Ogre Battle and Final Fantasy Tactics critical. I remember being going into high school and was able to sit back and play Tactics, and that was just a game that I really just sunk my teeth into. Is obviously coming off the heels of Final Fantasy VII, and in fact they had an integration with Cloud where you can unlock him in Tactics. I thought that was so cool. I thought that was just the best and most interesting thing. But then they go off on this incredible story with so much nuance and so much character and so much personality that to this day, I think it's still a god tier addition for Final Fantasy as a franchise, even though it's not an official numbered game. My friend Cameron and I, he would go and find people who would hack this game and they would run their own tournaments in kind of a PvP style mode. Now, the game didn't support any of that, so people would take it and kind of run with it on YouTube and more. You can find some interesting party setups in which they would just try to see who wins. They had it all auto battled. Honestly, we spent hours and hours and hours watching that stuff on YouTube back in the day. So, all right, all that being said, I think Tactics, the fact that it has not, even at its current version with the enhanced version they brought over to the Vita, come to PC. The fact that it's still not on PC and all their other games are, I think hopefully that leads to saying, you know what? Let's go ahead and remaster this game. Let's go ahead and just really pour ourselves into it. They did try to work on a Tactics 2 back in the day, but that project ended up getting canceled. And with all game development and all of these things, anything can change, anything can be possible. So both positive and or negative, just the fact that they're doing a playtest here doesn't necessarily mean anything. Here's where I think that we might get our hearts broken or have that happen in the long run. When you look at the fact that Triangle Strategy is set for March 2022, that's not that far away. Doing some playtesting, that seems to kind of make sense. I really want to sit down and experience Triangle Strategy. So we were talking about bringing that to Single Player Sundays here on the channel, just kicking back, playing through that entire game. So let me know if you guys want me to do the demo of that here. I'll let you guys sound off, but we'll kind of figure it out from there. I've got more stuff that I'm working on, but this just floated through, and I just saw this as I was kind of working on testing out this code base that I've been working on. And I just had to sit down and just make this video because I hope beyond hope that we're going to see that. I know that they said they're also, we've seen other rumors, coming true, especially other leaks that have come true. I try to be very careful when it comes to leaks and rumors because you never ultimately know, because things can and will change, especially in game development. But I just wanted to sit down today, share you guys this thoughts, hopefully get yours, and hopefully we'll finally see some support to this franchise, which I believe the last number they took was probably back 8 years ago, sold at least 2.5 million units, and that's not counting all the Game Boy Advance versions. But I think this is a real franchise. It would really be great to see it come back. And same thing with Ogre Battle. Love to see those franchises come back, and we'll just have to wait and see. So let me know, guys, what you're thinking. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope to see you in my next video. But until then, take care.
I just want to say I'm really glad you're feeling better, and I love the videos. Well, I love you too. Michelle? Shoot for the moon, and so even if you fail, you'll reach the stars. Go for the 100K subscribers. Yeah.